Hey everybody, welcome to today's video. Today we are at Orlando Fanboy Expo 2024. I'm very excited for this. There's a lot of celebrities coming today. Barbara Eden is going to be here today. I Dream of Genie. It's in a brand new convention center today. We are in the Orange County Convention Center, and previous years it was in the Wyndham Resort in Orlando. So let's go to Fanboy Expo 2024. All right, we are entering Fanboy Expo. Wow, it's a much bigger location. Look at this. Here are some exclusive Fanboy Expo merchandise that you can get. The Turtles t-shirt. This one just says dude with all the turtle masks. This is really cool. Superman Fanboy Expo t-shirt. And I Heart Nerds Fanboy Expo t-shirt. This booth over here has Pokemon plush and lots of Pokemon pins and different types of anime pins. Got a Morty over there from the Rick and Morty TV show. Got Peach from Finding Nemo. Wow, that's awesome. The Star Trek emblem. Pins are $8 or $6 for $40. All these glass Pokeballs. These are really cool. Jolteon, Umbreon with Gengar. War Turtle, a Zapdos one over here. These are really sick. They are $40 each, and they're LED Pokeballs. Wow, they light up. That's awesome. Oh, look at this. They're lighting up. There's a Mewtwo one over there. That's cool.
Of course. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Plenty of Funko Pops at this booth over here. They got the Back to the Future ones. They got the Groot, Batgirl, Baby Rocket, the Star Trek, Loki of Asgard. They got Mike Becker soda signed. They got the Gremlin soda signed, $155. Yeah, these are all the signed Funko Pops. Really cool. This is a really cool custom couch Homer. This is awesome. I love this. $136. These are from Florida Builds. Wow. These are really good. This is so cool. Got BB-8 over here. Got an R2 droid. That is awesome.
So I took her head off so you could sign too. Because they're very different.
This booth is custom tumbler cups. Custom Turtles tumbler cups here. These are really cool. They got different kinds of turtles. The Incredible Hulk. That's a pretty cool one. Ghostbusters. Nightmare Before Christmas, Oogie Boogie, Starbucks, Scooby-Doo. They got a SpongeBob, Cheshire Cat, Coraline, Back to the Future one right there. This booth has lots of Funkos. These are all Star Wars Funkos, it looks like. This entire section over here. Wow. Okay, there's a Superman Funko, there's a Shredder, G.I. Joe, Aliens, Shadow and Super Shadow. This is a big wall. Funkos. Pokemon, lots of Dragon Ball Z. Wow, there's a lot of Dragon Ball Z pops. This is a really cool Joker print right here. $35. And they have this Spider-Man one for $25. That's awesome. I see over here in this booth, these Pokemon rugs. Oh boy, this is thick Squirtle. And this one's thick Charizard. That's hilarious. We're at the Florida Fine Crafts booth. They have some really cool anime art here. Demon Slayer, lots of Demon Slayer, really awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen,
there's a really cool Naruto one right down here. That's awesome. And over here is the celebrity room. Tons of celebrities are here today. We got the cast of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are here. Peter Ostrom, the original Charlie Bucket from the Willy Wonka movie from 1971. He's here today. The cast of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are right there signing autographs. The Three's Company cast is here. Josie DeWitt and also Priscilla Barnes. Marla Gibbs from the Jeffersons is going to be here today. She's really awesome. She's 95 years old. The original Shredder from the 1990 TMNT movie is here today signing. That's really cool. The guy from Red Dead Redemption 2's line is really big. Wow, this line stretches. Look at that. He's the voice actor in Red Dead Redemption 2. There's a lot of people here today. Rob Paulson is over there from Pinky and the Brain. Jim Cummings. Rebecca Romaine is over there signing autographs. Barbara Eden is here. I do want to meet Barbara Eden. She's all the way in the back. She's doing a panel in like 10 minutes, so we're gonna go to that.
Only Barbara Eden! Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. First of all, can we just talk about how stunning this beautiful is? You're a fashion icon for so many reasons. Thank you so much for being here in Orlando with us this weekend.
I'm always happy to be in Orlando.
Such a happy place. It's so amazing. Now, Barbara, what is this like for you to be at these conventions, looking around? We see people dressed as Genie. What is that like for you to see this?
I love it. I love it. It's adorable. Oh yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Well, usually there's some men who are dressed like Genie. I know what. Oh, Genie, that's a gin. It's beautiful. No, one Halloween, about 5 college-age guys came up to my house, trick-or-treating, dressed like Genie. I've never seen so many hairy-armed genies.
I'm sure they rocked it too. That's so fun. So talking about the iconic outfit and the fashion, did you have any input on the look, and how did it influence your own personal style?
That's interesting. I had a lot to say. The designer was a wonderful woman. I'm trying to think of her name as you were talking. I was going, oh, what's her name? Because she had won an Academy Award for movies that she'd done. And I had worked with her at MGM when I did The 7 Faces of Dr. Lau, a film there. And she asked me what is my favorite color. And at that time, it was pink. So I said pink. And that's why that happened. But the design was all hers, and I wish I could remember her name.
We can Google it.
So
We look
tell
on
me.
it. Yeah, you guys Google it for us. This
So
is a
everybody
collective.
Googles, don't they?
Yeah.
Not me.
When did you realize the cultural phenomenon that was I Dream of Genie?
About 2 years ago. No, I had no idea that it would last this long. You know, I went on and I did Harper Valley PTA and thank you. But you know, when you're working, you just work. You do the parts you're playing. And all of a sudden I realized, there she is. You know, she was always there, and she was very easy to live with. I loved being Genie, and that was one of the happiest times of my life. First of all, I had my baby on that show. The first 13 shows I was pregnant, and I was so happy because I'd been trying so hard to have a child. And then the 5 years that we did it was always like having a safe place to come back and work and see people. Then I'd go out on the road and sing in between. Yeah.
So you did it all, and I'm so glad that it was such a beautiful memory for you. And you mentioned having your child, so did they do some like creative ways of shooting so we didn't see that you were pregnant at the time?
Well, creative? I don't know. First of all, when I found out that I was going to have a baby, I called Sidney Sheldon, the producer, because I knew that we had already shot the pilot and it was sold. But I found out the very same day that it was sold, I found out that I was going to have a baby. And my husband and I were thrilled because we've been trying for so long. So I raced over to Sidney's house and I sat down and I said, he said, well, now what's the problem? And I said, well, I'm going to have a baby and I can't do your show. Smiling, terrible. And he was very upset. But he said, well, we'll see what we can do. I never thought I was going to do it. I just, but I didn't care at that point. And he called and said that he worked it out. The first 13 shows they could write quickly. They didn't put it in color. I think they thought I was going to die or something. But we did those first 13, and I have often told people I look like a walking tent. I had so many veils, coming down. But the happiest genie you've ever seen. I had everything.
You rocked those veils. I wanted to ask about the effects at the time, and how did you approach scenes when you were like interacting with things that maybe weren't there? Is that a thing that ever happened?
Oh, many times, many times. But that's part of being an actor, is that your imagination is pretty good. And I mean, if you all remember being a child, and imagining things, actors just keep that coming. We're all kids. So it's easy to look and imagine you're seeing someone and you're talking to a real person when you're not. The difficulty, if you want to know, is when you have someone who makes faces at you off camera, or does things. That's hard to ignore. You try to, as my mother always told me, rise above it, no matter what I had a problem. And that you can't rise above somebody going, it was, and then special effects, you were asking. Well, our special effects were mostly physical. We did what we had to do. Especially when I was pregnant. I'll tell another pregnant story. Our director of the first 13 shows was a wonderful actor called Gene Nelson. I don't know if you remember him. He was a dancer at MGM, but he became a wonderful, wonderful director. But he was a good friend of mine and my husband's at that time, and his wife is still my good friend. And I came to work and went into my dressing room, and there was a two-piece red bathing suit on the chair. And I looked at the costumer and I said, I can't wear that. And she said, I told them. And I said, well, I think we better tell them they have to do something different. I was supposed to be sitting by the side of a pool in a bathing suit. But I couldn't do that, my gosh. 6 months pregnant, you're pretty big. And so Joey, my costumer, went out to Gene and told him. And all of a sudden, he came running back to the dressing room and said, Barbara, what's the matter? You're never temperamental. What's the matter? I said, nothing is the matter. I just can't put it on. Why not? I said, I'm pregnant. And he said, well, that's okay. Put it on. No, I'm not in front of the crew, and everybody like that. He said, put it on, let me see. And so I said, okay, because he's a good friend. So I put the bathing suit on and my robe, but I wouldn't come out of the dressing room. And he walked over and I went, ta-da, like that. And he went, oh, okay. He turned around and left me. They ended up putting me in a tire, and I was on my tummy. And the baby fit perfectly inside the tower and then threw a towel over me. Sorry, guys, I know this is not fun talk for you.
Behind the scenes stuff we want to hear. No, it's awesome. Before we go to questions from the crowd, I wanted to also ask, because you also have a background in live theater as well.
Yes,
So
that's how I started out.
yeah, so when did you transition into also doing film and TV? And did you ever go back and forth between doing that and live theater as well?
Yes, I did. I constantly did. I'm from San Francisco, and I studied at the conservatory there, voice, and I also studied with Elizabeth Holloway for theater, and I was a member of Actors Equity when I came down to Hollywood, but no one ever asked me if I could sing. They never asked me to do it, and I just started doing screen work, not theater. But I got my contract at 20th Century Fox because someone saw me in a play at the Laguna Playhouse. And of course they reviewed it. It went in the LA Times. And that's really how I got started.
Cool, I love it.
Like anything like that.
Well, I love Priscilla. She's a lovely, lovely lady. But working with Elvis was a joy. He was such a gentleman and well-bred and had a great work ethic. He was playing, a kind of a difficult part, and he did it well. He could have had a wonderful career in film work or theater, whatever, because he was very talented. The one that was the character was his manager.
Yeah.
What was the Colonel Parker? Yeah, he was a character. It was kind of fun, I'd wait till he'd come watch him. And Elvis had a friend with him and his father, and they all had their guitars. And of course, when you shoot a movie, there's a lot of waiting time the actors have in between where they set the lights or get the horses out or whatever. And they would sing, Elvis and his father and the friend.
Were you able to join in?
Beg your pardon?
Were you able to join in when they were singing?
Oh, no. No. I listen.
What wonderful memories. Thank you for sharing them with us.
Thank you.
And again, thank you
My
so much
pleasure.
for being here. It's such a joy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Over at Barbara Eden's booth, they have these I Dream of Genie bottles that you can purchase. They are $250 each. You can get an autograph on these from Barbara Eden. Wow, these are really cool. The guy said this one is a giant urn, and it's signed by Barbara Eden. That's really cool.
It wiggles.
Yes.
Yeah, don't touch it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, only because it.
Thank you. Oh wow, look at this line. Wow, it's packed. There's so many people here, wow. Oh my goodness. What the heck? Sorry. Who is this for? Oh, okay, the Buffy the Vampire Slayer people are here today. Not Sarah Michelle Gellar, but the other actors are here. I think Angel is here. So this line is for Angel from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Oh my God, it's a huge line. That's awesome. That is so awesome. I like your costumes. That's an awesome Figment Dream Finder. Yes, hello Figment. That's awesome. Pokemon cards are at this booth. Vivid Voltage, Battle Styles, Sword and Shield, 151. Yep. Lots of Pokemon cards. This is a 3D printed Thor's hammer for 80 bucks. That's really awesome. Oh, here's the 3D printer. Look, it's printing something. It's printing this mask right here, right now. And that's pretty cool how they do that. Wow. 60% done. It's getting there. The Ghostbusters booth, the Orlando Ghostbusters. Hello. Awesome. At this booth, they have these really cool bottles here. Look at this, Killer Coffee. This is really cool. They got the Minnie Mouse on the pumpkin, My Neighbor Tortoise. They got all different kinds. They got a Barbie one. There's a Sully one. Jasmine, Mickey, Goofy, Powerpuff Girls, Bluey right here. This is their information for the booth. Check them out. The main reason why I wanted to come to Fanboy Expo was to meet Barbara Eden. And I just did meet Barbara Eden. She was so sweet. That's gonna do it for today's video. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos.